Hey, welcome back everybody. September 13th, 2020 here. Hope everybody's doing well. I am. I know I've been on a little bit of a hiatus as of late. It's just busy with day job and all this remodel we've got going on here with the barn and whatnot. But it's moving along, making good progress, and maybe I'll make a video on it here sometime soon. At any rate, let's dive on into a couple topics. Okay, I just want to give everybody a heads up. I noticed that The Stuff Made has released a new version for their audio analyzer suite. Looks like it came out on August 27th of this year, so just a few weeks ago. And if you want to find it, just go to YouTube here and type in The Stuff Made, and it'll be one of the first videos that pops up here. And then down below here will be a Dropbox link that you can download with the content and some instructions. Okay, my tech tip for the day is going to be around Nuts and Bolts magazine. Used to be a monthly edition that came out, and I think I started picking it up somewhere around 1984, 1985, something like that. Got it every month in the mail, and you know what I like about it? It takes me in different directions, okay? So, I've always been kind of a, HF/AF, as in high frequency/audio frequency amplifier kind of guy. But, without this magazine, there's a lot of topics I would have probably never learned about. I would have probably never strayed down some of these other avenues. And so I just find it interesting. I will tell you, as of late, though, I think they have paused due to the corona issue. However, they're still publishing their digital edition online. And now it is a quarterly release, I believe, in actual hard print. But it's not all that expensive. But either way, you can still follow their digital edition online. And this was an article I thought was really good for a lot of my viewers. It's working with high voltages, and it talks about some basics, fuse ratings, grounding stick, which you guys have seen me made. It says never use a screwdriver. Talk some about meter ratings here, how to switch this stuff properly. Just good stuff here all around dealing with high voltages. So I'll put a link to this down below. And if you're interested, I would check into when they plan to start back up if you're going to do the physical subscription. But you can buy these older magazines on eBay in bundles. Just great reading. It's one of my favorite magazines that I've ever subscribed to. Tell you, on top of this COVID-19 situation we've been in, the one thing that has depressed me the most is the lack of Hamfest this year. When they canceled the Shelby Hamfest, I was just, kind of defeated, because that's something every year. I always take off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and hang out over there. And it's just one of those things I look forward to all year long. And so when that didn't happen, it was like, ugh. Anyways, I'm starting to see a few little smaller Hamfests pop up around that are starting to happen. Hopefully most of these are outdoor Hamfests, but hopefully by the time Shelby rolls around next year, this COVID thing will be mostly behind us. We'll have a vaccine out there, and we'll be in much better shape. But, I'm starting to see mentions of online Hamfest in a lot of places. And I think to myself, well, online Hamfest, that's been around for a long time. I think it started in 1997. It's formerly known as eBay. And so I don't know. It's not the same. I love digging through boxes. I love talking to people. You just don't get all that with the online experience. So at any rate, if you guys have had any good experiences with Hamfest this year, post them down below. Me, I've just been kind of having my own Hamfest down in the barn, because what I've been doing is I've been finding boxes. I had a lot of them that were packed up that haven't maybe been opened in 10, 15, 20 years. And so I'm opening these things, and it's like Christmas Day. Stuff I've totally forgotten I owned. So I kind of did my own digging through my own boxes and had my own Hamfest here in the in the barn. Anyway, on to the next topic. Okay, guys, I'm going to resurrect a topic I have warned you guys about before, but I thought it was worth another warning. I was on Facebook a couple weeks ago, saw this post, don't remember who posted it, don't remember what forum they posted it in, but I kind of took a screenshot of it and saved it off. I'm going to read it to you here and kind of let you decipher for yourself. Says this individual says, I don't like to complain much, but a customer came in with this very nice Sansui G9700 with a rebuild kit for me. I'm not a big fan of rebuild kits already, but this one is pathetic. He basically goes on to say, incorrect caps, low quality parts, some of the cheapest caps I've ever seen, blah, blah, blah. Okay. It's been my experience as well. When the people that make these kits are typically they're doing it for nothing more than profit. So they'll try to sell you a kit, or they will sell you a kit for $60, $70, $80, $90, whatever. And they're trying to have like $15 in these kits and components. And, they're often built, not even off of having the actual unit in hand. They'll just go download the service manual. They'll scan through it. They'll get to the parts order or parts list. They'll go through there and select all the capacitors, and then they'll make a kit out of it and sell it on eBay or wherever. It's just, here's a couple things that are wrong with it. One, low quality components get used. Two, they're often wrong, okay? Because these service manuals were made when the unit was first designed, but some of these units go through multiple revisions of the boards, okay? So revision A, revision B, revision C, whatnot. And during those times, they're changing out components, but if you go back to the original service manual, well, some of those components are wrong. So, at any rate, thought I'd bring it up again. I wholeheartedly believe you're better off to take the piece of gear, sit it down, go through component by component, make your own list of stuff you need, build your own BOM, go to Mouser, DigiKey, one of the well-known web electronics resellers, and buy these components. And then if you want to do like I do, hey, if you need let's just make this up, a 47 microfarad at 63 volt capacitor, say you need two of them for whatever you're doing here. I don't order two. I always look at the next price break, like 10, okay? You're usually on DigiKey, Mouser, whatnot. There'll be a price for 1, there'll be a price for 10, there'll be a price for 100. I'll jump to the 10 and that's what I'll order. So I'll get the price break, and then 2, I've got 8 more of these for the next time I need them. Anyway, I'll leave you with that. You can make your own decisions, but I just thought I'd point this interesting post I saw here out to you guys. All right, a friend of mine recently sent me a link to this, and it is it's on, I don't know if they pronounce this Udemy or Udemy. It is an online course here, and it's entitled Crash Course Electronics and PC Board Design. It says, learn electronics and PC board design from the ground up with Altium Circuit Maker and Lab Center Proteus. At any rate, at the time that they sent me the link, it was not $99 for this course. It was like $14.99 for this course. And so I signed up for it because, when I'm traveling and on the road, this is great stuff to be watching while I'm on airplanes or sitting in a hotel room at night. And, hey, as much electronics as I do, I will not sit here and protest that I'm a PC board design expert. So I always learn something when I do something like this. So hopefully they run these on sale from time to time, and it's not $99 and it's $14.99. And you can see here, it even shows list price was $99. The discount was $81. Tax was $1.15. So I got it for $18.14. Anyways, I've been taking the course some, and I've really enjoyed it. I think the guy doing the classes is super talented and is a really good teacher. So it's one of those things, if you wanted to learn some, just basic electronics, some PC board design, it's a really good course. It says here it's 103 hours on-demand video, so you can watch it at any time you want, anywhere you want. There's 13 downloadable resources, full lifetime access, and you can access on mobile and on the TV there. So, and it goes into more detail here, but the reviews on it are pretty phenomenal as well. As you can see here, it's got 5,853 ratings with 4.6 stars on average. And so far, 29,000 students have taken this course. So this isn't some fly-by-night little course here. So anyway, thought I'd point it out to you guys. I'm enjoying it, and I think you guys would too. Maybe wait though until it goes on sale again for $14.95. I don't know how often they do that, but maybe tag it and check it every month or so. Okay, if you guys don't follow JE Labs, it's a great website. It's jelabs.blogspot.com. And, they post some interesting stuff up here from time to time. A lot of it is along my lines of single-ended amplifiers, super high-efficiency speakers, horns, things of that nature. But at any rate, they posted an article here on the Western Electric 757A. And this was a little article here from This was posted in issue 51 of the Absolute Sound in the winter of 1988. So that's a year after I graduated from high school. And it says here, Western Electric 757A or /C, 1947 to mid-1950s, slanted 4 cubic foot two-way wall-mounted cabinet with the 728B 12-inch, a 713C driver, and the KS12027 horn, designed to work from 60 hertz to 15 kilohertz. It says you've never heard natural like this. Analytic and smooth, surprisingly directional as all Western Electric speakers are. The sweet spot has such detail, even to the envy of electric statics, and no snap distortions. Put them out in the room or on stands so they're industrial looking, but your guest will be convinced that you're harboring top musicians in these boxes. So they're touting these things pretty high. And you guys know I'm a big Western Electric fan and a collector. At any rate, I thought this was interesting. It says, you can find a pair of these in an old studio for $500. It said, in audiophile hands, you can find them for $2,000. Or expert dealers, you may, if you're buying these from overseas, you may pay $4,000 for a pair. Well, I wish I had seen this article in 1988 and had an extra $4,000 in my pocket, because I would own a set of them and I would still own them to this date. Anyway, the article goes on. You can see what they look like. They're just beautiful. Shows the inside of them. Goes on to show you the 728B. They did a lot of measurements on these and comparisons. They did some comparison between the 754A and the 728B. But it went on. It's just a really good long article here. Did some comparisons with the Altec 414As. And then it did some comparison against the Altec 32Cs. On and on. But good article, well worth reading. Go find it out here on JE Labs website. But here's what I really wanted to show you. So if you would like to own a set of these 757As, there are a pair up on eBay right now, and you can be the proud owner for $199,995. $200K here, plus shipping. You're going to have a little more than $200K in them. Looks like High End Audio Auctions has them up for sale. It goes through and shows. These things are beautiful and just the way they would have came back in the day. They are rarer than hen's teeth. You can see the crossover network in these things are quite elaborate. But the question is, are they really worth $200,000? Well, I guess that's all relative. If I was a billionaire, I'd probably already own these, okay? As you can see here, I made an offer of $12,000 on them because that's what I could afford to spend on them. And apparently that did not get me very far, because it says, sorry, they have turned down your offer. But at any rate, it's one of those things. Do I think these are worth $200K? Probably not. Do I think, to the right collector, these are worth $30,000 or $40,000? Probably so. They're just that rare, and they're probably that amazing. But at any rate, I threw my lowball offer at it. Speaking of lowball offers, let's talk about that a little bit. All right, eBay tip here. I call it bottom fishing. I don't know if there's a real name for it, but it's what I've called it. And I've been doing it for years. What I'll do is I'll sit down at night with my laptop. Me and my wife will be watching some TV show, and I'll just type in the search field something like tube amplifier. And I'll click search, and then I'll sort it by newly listed, and I'll kind of scroll down through and get to where I had last seen what was new, so pretty much for the day or the last few days. And as I scroll through that, I'm looking for things that interest me, okay? And I do this for tube preamplifier. I do it for Western Electric speakers. I do it for Western Electric tubes. There's just various topics that I do this same little type search for. But when something catches my eye and it's on auction, I use a sniping tool called eSnipe, and I'll go add a snipe listing for that auction that caught my eye. So let's just say it's an amplifier, and I'll just make this up. Let's say it's a really nice Dynaco ST70 that's just beautiful and you know, maybe almost all factory kind of mint. You know, I know that amplifier is probably going to sell for $600, but I'll go out there and I'll throw a $250 or $300 offer on it, bid. And, you know, 99 out of 100 of these, I don't win, okay? But every once in a while, I will catch a fish right off the bottom, and I'll end up getting something that's, in my opinion, a fairly nice piece that I would want at maybe a half or less of what you would typically expect to pay for it. And so I'm just constantly bottom fishing eBay. Like I said, doesn't pan out all the time, but from time to time, I get a good deal and I'm happy about it. And it just happens to be, you know, maybe it ended at the wrong time. Maybe it ended and right before it ended, somebody canceled their bid because they realized they didn't have the money or whatever. I don't know what all circumstance may lead it to, you know, me getting it at a super low price, but it's a fun game I play, something to do. Give it a try. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here, but I've seen it enough to know that it's not an anomaly. I've seen it at least 7 times in the last few months, and I'm just going to show you 2 specific examples of it today. And I don't know whether this is systematic or, you know, just all these are independent and on their own and there's nothing to them, but here's what we got. So this item here is the Bogan Bez 10. It's a 200, it's basically an amplifier that runs 8 8417 tubes in it, and this is a mono amplifier. This amplifier, I actually happen to own one of these, and so I'd like to own a second one of these. The first one I picked up, I paid $100 for, and I'd like to find another one. So, you know what I tell you a minute ago, I'm always bottom fishing. So at any rate, this item first popped up on July something, and it had ended on July 30th. So maybe it popped up around July 20 something. Had 79 bids and went up to $1,358, okay? And I thought, wow, that was way more than I wanted to put into one of these. I bid on it, but didn't bid near that. I think I bid $300 or $400. And so I thought, dang, I missed out. And then I thought, $1,300, I'll never own one of these. So I thought about selling mine and getting $1,358 out of it. Because it's one of those, if you own one but don't own the second, can't make a stereo setup, you either decide to hang on to yours till you find a second one, or you decide to get rid of it because you never likely will. So anyway, a week or so later, I noticed the same item by the same seller popped back up again. And I emailed the person selling it because I'd been seeing this trend lately. And I said, hey, just curious why the item got relisted. And they basically said, hey, the person that won never paid. Sounds interesting. So the auction then had 29 bids and it ended at $630. Okay. And I thought, well, dang, that's getting closer. I would have paid $400 or $500 for one of these, but not $630. So I just thought I'll go back to I always have these eBay save searches looking for this kind of stuff that I need. I said, next time one pops up, maybe I'll get lucky and bottom fish it. Right. So wasn't but a few days later, and my save search, what did it do? It popped up the same amplifier again. Individual listed it. I messaged them again. Why did you have to relist the item again? Curious if there's something wrong with it. Nope. The high bidder did not pay. Different high bidder. Then rinse and repeat. Finally, it sold on September 1st and looks like maybe this time it stuck at $660. But I don't know. That was just a few days ago. It might pop up yet again. All right. So there's something going on with people bidding on eBay items, driving the price of them up, and then not paying for it. I I don't know the logic. I don't know why, but I've seen it, like I said, about 7 times in the last 2 months. So just this week, this item popped up. I always have a save search out here for the Akai M8 tape recorders because I like to play with these things and strip them down and make cool stuff like this out of them. So at any rate, this one popped up, and I thought, wow, pretty cool. Somebody had used the original case and kind of laid it out and then put a back on it and put plugs and whatnot. Turned it into a little small stereo 2 mono EL84 single-ended amplifiers. And I thought, that's pretty cool. So I bid on it, right? But I did not win at $242. That was more than I was willing to put into it. But at any rate, sure enough, a couple days later, what happened? It popped up again. I emailed the seller. I said, hey, curious what happened here with your auction. Someone won it, didn't pay for it. So it's just kind of craziness. I'm seeing this trend. Like I said, I could dig up 5 more examples. I just didn't take the time to do so. But if you guys have any clues as to what's going on, it's all been around tube-based amplifiers and gear that I've been seeing this happen with. I don't know. I'm trying to understand what's happening. So if you guys have a clue, post it down below. All right, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. The video is getting 20 minutes long, and even though we got some more topics, we can just save those for next time. Hope everybody's doing well amidst this COVID-19 pandemic. Please stay safe. I know we're doing so. Working at home out of the basement and just trying to avoid the catching this thing. And hopefully we'll have a vaccine soon, and all this will turn around. And this time next year, I'll be able to attend the Shelby Ham Fest. That's my goal anyway. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We'll keep making them.